Well, hey, it's BrickTsar. I'm down here in the BrickLink store, and I don't know if I just did my intro before I was actually live. I don't know. Here I am. Just got off work. Happy to be home. And we're going to do a little live stream here. This is going to be a kind of a BrickTsar answer thingy. That's where we answer questions. And I actually got this question from BrickLink on an order from somebody. It was their first order they ever placed. And I'm going to kind of answer the question. I'm going to go over here to what he left here. But he had a pretty good size order, and I really appreciate the order. But he had a lot of pieces that he wanted in some of the lots, and he bought every piece in the lot. So here's the question. And he said, just want to say I'm a big fan. This is my first time making a purchase on BrickLink, and I'm not fully versed in the etiquette just yet. I tried to do some research on my own, but to no avail. I hope this is not a jerk move for me to buy out your inventory of a couple of useful pieces. But he needed those pieces. So the question, for instance, here's a drawer that has one piece in it. I did some research. I had, until this yesterday, I had about 200 drawers here in my store, 200 lots that there was only one piece. And I've had several buyers in the past couple of weeks that have actually bought a lot of pieces. Like, for instance, they'll buy 20 and they leave one, or buy 15 and leave one. And in the past, I've had the question from people, is that what you should do? Should you leave other pieces so that you don't take away from the selection that you have for other buyers? As somebody who's got like 15 trays full of parts where nowhere to put them, the answer is easy. Always buy every piece. I want you to buy every piece if you can. Of course, don't buy what you don't need. So like if there was 20 and you only need 10, I'm not telling you to buy 20, but it is never a jerk move to buy everything. If it's in my store, I want it to sell. I would much rather you buy 100 of something in one lot than buy 100 different pieces, one piece at a time. So yes, always, always, always buy every piece. And so what I've done, I had another question. I couldn't find it on YouTube related to BrickLink. And it was about the, I wish I could have found that question before I started this video. And now I can't find my, there it is. I'll get to the chat here in a minute. Yeah. So, and thank you everybody that's in the chat. I will get there. So it was, I forgot what my question was. I squirrel. So yeah, we're talking about buying all of the parts in a lot. Does anybody remember what my question was? Oh, that's so terrible. I should have wrote it down. So, but you always want everybody to buy everything. So let me just, I tell you what, since I forgot what I was about to say, and I didn't write it down, I'll get here to the chat. And we got Nebulon Bricks. That's a new one. Thank you. Domino Fan 0803. Always good to see you here. Galley Gay is here. Fireball Central. Ild Na. GTG. Wade and Kenny's here. Lego Freak. Hey, what's up, Lego Freak? Brick Blaze. Brick Smith. Hey, Julian. We got Tank Engine 105, Imperial Brick Productions, and FNF Plush Creations. So these are all people that were here while this is live. And so, yeah, I thought about this because I had that question on BrickLink about, should you buy all the parts in a lot? And definitely. Oh, I know what I was going to say. So I had somebody ask about what is the oldest item in your store. Like it's been sitting there a long time and hasn't sold in a long time. And I did some research, and this was before I started looking at the lots that only had one piece in them. And I found some that go back to 2008. I had pieces that have been sitting in my store since 2008 that have not sold since 2008. So I was like, I need to get rid of those parts. And a lot of times what happens is the prices change over time. Like a part may have been worth more actually when it's new. And some actually do that. It's better to part out a set when it's new as opposed to after it's been discontinued. But so I had all these parts that had been sitting in my store, and a lot of them, it was because they were priced wrong or they were used parts. So what I've been doing is just slashing the prices. I went through and took like the 200 most old, is that the right way to say it? The 200 oldest lots in my store, and I set them to current price guide or slash the prices, like put them 50%, 70% off, things like that, trying to get rid of them. And then the next thing I did was go through and look at all the things that I only had one piece. I've actually taken some of those pieces completely out of my store. I got some over here on my table. So I had a green tile grill piece. I had the green groove plate. I think these came from a Toy Story set, and I actually have sold these before, but people left one, and it's hard to sell one piece sometimes unless it's just a rare piece. Like, some of the Millennium Falcon pieces, they'll eventually sell because they were only in that set, but these common pieces usually need quantity in order to sell them. So I've slashed the prices. I've been removing single pieces out of my store because there's no point tying up a drawer for one piece that's worth 4 cents. And, if I ever got more of that piece and added it, I could grab it from my bin here, or I'll just go put it in my collection. Most likely I'll go put it in my collection. That's another question I get a lot about BrickLink is like, do you ever take pieces from your store for your collection? All the time. And it's really easy to do on BrickLink because you can search your inventory by the set number. And so if I'm piecing together a set, needed missing parts, I take them from my store first. So I appreciate everybody bearing with me while I went over that. I just thought I'd do that as a live stream instead of editing all of that out. So now I'm going to look at the chat. I hope everybody could hear me that whole time. I'm going to be off of you if you didn't hear me and I just did the whole video. So we got ZBricks here. Hey. Fireball Central. Gallagate. It says it's good to do housekeeping once in a while. Yeah, I think that's why some of the parts had set so long is that I did not do a good job of keeping up with current prices, and a lot of things are overpriced, and there's probably more that's overpriced. I would kind of like to phase out some of those items and some of the used items. Some I'll actually probably just totally take out of my store and just put in my personal collection. It says Lego Freak says, I found some eBay auctions for Lego that start at $20. It's a lot of 5 sets. Yeah, you never know what they'll end up going for. I've had some other people ask me things about some really good deals on eBay, and I think sometimes it's Leppin. All right, it's got Bloated Bumblebee is here. That's an interesting name. Oh, then it ended up going for $48, Lego Freak. All right, so I tell you what, I got a few minutes here. My battery's still charged. I can answer some of your questions, maybe related to BrickLink. I'm thinking about I need to do a sale like for YouTubers. I got to go figure out how to do the coupon. So if I do that, I'll let y'all know in a video. I'm thinking about like maybe do free shipping or something, but I've never really set it up like that. So I need to figure that out. But my daughter's boyfriend actually enjoys parting out sets. He's been coming over, and while they watch TV, he'll part out sets. So he parted out 3 different lots, one of 6 sets, 4 sets, and 5 sets. And I got all those. One of them I was able to put in the store, but they're sitting in the trays here. These are actually in my store, the parts that are in these trays, but they don't have a drawer to put them in. So what I'm going to do is like some of these other sets that he's parted out will have a lot of the pieces are already in my store. It's just they'll add to the quantity. So what I'm going to do is upload those inventories, and then the ones that don't have a drawer, I'm going to just kind of put those in the stock room until I get a drawer. That way I can go ahead and get those parts in there so I have better quantity. Hey, there's Dunkster Bricks. I was going through looking at eBay today. I wanted to do a video about top 10 stupid eBay listings, and I found these Star Wars slope bricks. I call it, anytime I see dark gray slopes, I think of Star Wars mocks that kids make. And somebody had them 10 of the 75-degree slopes for $3,900. I think it's kind of like a placeholder because everybody, the odd thing about that auction is that they actually had some that sold. Surely they didn't pay $3,900 for them. That would be awful, wouldn't it? But that's what Dunkster was referring to. Oh, look, it's Clockriker, who has been, I think he's found every instance in a video where I've broke something. Hey, Brawl Bricks. Thank you for being here. BrickPod2256. Yeah, 10 of 10, best deal. Brick Building Monday says, why don't you sell Lepin? Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah. So you know what? I think I'm going to end it there. I think I got... Hey, Figar22, just when I decide to end it, you get here. Hey, Lego Logan. Well, Lego Logan says, do no be a BrickLink YouTuber, hashtag BrickBuster. Yeah. Find somebody that doesn't buy from BrickLink. Behind everybody that buys from BrickLink, there is a BrickLink seller. And I got some pretty strong feelings about what you just said there. But I might not ban you right now. But yeah, I think the whole childish mentality that's out there of some people on YouTube, it's kind of these are people that are not in the real world. You know, I have a family. I have children that still live at home. I have a wife. I have responsibilities. I have a full-time job. And I have a hobby that also includes selling things on BrickLink. So to do YouTube and to do BrickLink and to be referred to as a BrickLink YouTuber in a negative way is insulting. And I think that people that attack those ones are being short-sighted and ignorant. So I'm going to end it there because I'm kind of ticked off right now. I will see you guys in the next video. If you think it's what I do is bad, then see you later.